everybody. It's Kelly and Heather with Real Conversations with Kelly. Today is my magical birthday.
Magical birthday. Tell
And
us
some
what
people
that
call
is.
it golden birthday, but
Oh,
I call it magical. Well, it could be a magical golden birthday.
there you go. Even better. Twice as good.
Exactly. So that means that I just turned 63
Hmm.
and I was born in 1963.
Awesome. So 63 and
Boom.
63.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yep.
that's great. Why do you call it like a magical or golden? Just because the dates line up?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. I thought
Because
about
I'm
that.
63 and like what okay, so what year were you born?
That's what I was just gonna say. I thought about mine
71?
the other. I'm gonna be 71 and 71. I thought, oh, I think I'd rather be 63 or 55 and 55. I don't know. I missed that boat. I'll be 71 and 71.
Right. And a lot of times when people are talking about, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be 63." Oh, I was born in 63. Well, everybody that I went to school with has
Huh?
turned 63 this year, with the exception of a couple of people that turned 63 like at the end of the year last year.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But, it made me think it's golden, but yet it's magical.
I love it. All righty. So I wanted to have this special broadcast for you, so that you can really think about these last 63 years, focusing on things you've learned, things that you have come to accept as maybe truths, like we've talked about before, and also just wisdom and the things that you are no longer going to compromise on. So I'd love to hear some thoughts on that. Let's
Is
start
this
with some
supposed to
things you've
be like a
learned.
certain amount of
No.
time? Because it might be really long. And then
Talk
I could just
away.
give you the Reader's Digest version.
Well, you can do that too, but definitely start with things that you have learned.
I've learned to be patient.
Mm,
I've learned what battles I need to fight and what battles I need not to even think about fighting. I've learned that God is in control, period. End of story. And he might be really funny when he's in control,
yeah.
but I mean, he can be funny all he wants because I I have to laugh at myself sometimes because life has to be funny,
Right. Otherwise, you just get
not
so
so
down.
serious. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. I was so serious all my life. You have to do things this way. This is what happens, blah, blah, blah. You know, and no, that is not the way it was supposed to be.
Well, that's programming, right? So that's a perfect example of
Yes.
something that you've learned to come across as truth now, is that you do not have to take life so seriously. So give us an example. So as we're talking about these, give us some stories, because we all relate to stories that we can go, ah, that was me.
Hmm.
Like the biggest lesson you've learned
Ooh.
in the last, let's say last 10 years, story wise.
I believe that my job has taught me more in the past 4 years than anything in the past 30.
Okay, explain.
I went in like I knew what I was doing. I didn't know their way.
Right.
They have a way to do things.
Hmm.
And so when I went in and said, "Okay, I can help you out. Here we go. Hire me. Let's go." And both, everybody in the department was like, "Hmm, what's happening?" And I was like, "Yeah, what is happening?"
Would you say that you were lacking first day mentality and coming in as I already know? And that was the big lesson of having to learn being coming as we talk about like as a little child where you just don't know and being okay with it. Is that kind of where you were having to go finally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was knowing that I don't know everything. I'm not always right. And let things play out as they will,
Mm,
because they will actually flow more easily if you just let it go.
mm.
And I always would hang on to it and mm, get so mad. I'm right. And look at everything that I just did. And I was not right. I had to let go in order to experience peace at work. And I had a feeling that the reason why I felt like that was because the last time I was in corporate America, which was a long time ago,
Right.
over 20 years ago, was not a nice experience. And I didn't like it then. So I was like, why am I going to like it now? So I went into it with that attitude.
Hmm.
And I had to really look at myself and say, this is a whole different company. This is a different time, a different place. And they operate their company from you make a mistake, you you look at it, you correct it, and you move on. To where over 20, 25 years ago, you made a mistake, you paid for it.
Mm.
And what are you going to do about it? Because this is the only way you're going to keep your job.
Ugh, thank goodness it wasn't like that anymore.
Yes, yes. And before I came to work here, I had said, this company is amazing. It's wonderful. If I was going to work for a company, I would work for a company like this. And
Mhm.
bada bing, bada boom, here I am.
Uh-huh.
I had to learn some lessons. And the lessons I learned were huge,
Mhm.
huge, humbling, and grateful. Those are two words that I use. And I talked about it with other people so that I could get different perspectives.
Mm.
And then I started exploring myself, doing different things, different modalities. Um, Self Unbound was one of them, which is network spinal, masterminding, manifesting, doing different things that will turn the tides and allow me to actually hear what's being said.
That's great. So I'm sure that those same lessons and modalities probably pertain to relationships as well. So how about a story of relationships, whether it romantic or friendship? What kind of things did you have you learned in your 63 years?
That not everybody is meant to stay friends, or
Ah,
everybody is not meant to stay together.
And it's okay.
It's all right. It is okay because there are so many different paths, and the person that you've been friends with, let's say for 10 years, decides to go a different way
Hmm.
and they don't return your call. They ghost you. And you're wondering, what did I do? What
Right.
happened? You did not do anything. You were living your life. They were living their life. They decided to take another path and didn't tell you. I have lost so many good friends over my 63 years,
Mhm.
tons of friends. If I sat back and looked at all the friends that I've lost, I'm like, that's a lot.
Mhm.
And they've hurt deep to the soul to where I didn't even think I could go on because I talk to them every day. And then all of a sudden, I don't talk to them. And that's really big. I know that there are a lot of people out there that, friendships are very important to them. And then friendships are somewhat not that important. And your relationship with your husband, your boyfriend, your significant other, whatever that looks like, is the most important thing.
Right.
And I totally get that because that is that is where I am
Yeah.
right
And
now.
and I guess the flip side of it is you have all these opportunities to meet new people, new acquaintances, new best friends, sometimes in certain situations, new relationships, romantic relationships, and it all because happens because you are now a different person. We talk about that all the time of being in a different environment allows you to become a different person. And if that
Mhm.
is the person that you wish to become, then you automatically start attracting the people that are along the same path.
Yes.
So really, that's the
Yes.
better way of looking at it is on the flip side, I mourn these, but look what I've been blessed with.
Yes. And I'm moving at the speed of light, but yet comprehending the speed of a turtle.
Sometimes it takes a little while to be able to think, oh, wait, there is a flip side. What is it?
Yes. Yes. And then I've gotten to the point to where I have to remind myself I'm wiser now
Mhm.
than I was 10 years ago. I kept saying to myself, why didn't I start this podcast 10 years ago?
Yeah.
There's no telling where we would be and what we'd be
Mhm.
doing and lives we'd be changing. And I think to myself, no, it was perfect timing. God put it in our path and said, go for it.
Mhm.
And that is what we're doing. And masterminding, I've been doing it for 30 years. And why didn't I stay with it and start shifting myself as I went? Hey, I am, what do they say? The flavor of the month. It's like,
I
okay,
do.
what's the flavor of the month? Because, and I will say, I have moved over 33 times.
Oh gosh,
I
that is
counted them.
definitely flavor of the month.
I counted them. And the
Wow.
reason why I like to move, and it started in my 30s, was because I like to decorate. I like to buy new furniture. I like to shift. And the places that I lived, you couldn't really like shift and move things around. It was like once you put it in a space, it was done.
Sounds like my place.
And oh my gosh, I was I figured that out about 5 years ago. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm ready to move. And I thought, oh, I get to decorate and I get to settle and I
Hmm.
get to buy new things and put new artwork on the walls and do my office. And now I'm like, okay, where am I moving now?
Hmm. Do you feel like it has more to do with because you get to be a different person within that new environment as well? It's fun to decorate, but you also find that with every move that you've made, and I've been to many of your places, I
Mhm.
can see the difference that you have become. And maybe not just the sense of because the apartment has turned into a house, it's turned into a bigger house, it's turned into this or that, which we have upgrades, but you have become a different person. So
Yes,
do you feel the same way within that? So it's almost like, okay, we've been here for 5 years. I think it's time for an upgrade, upgrade as me as a person. So it's time to move. Do you feel that as well?
that's interesting.
Hmm.
I have never looked at it from that perspective.
Mm.
Wow. I've never looked at it from that perspective at all. And I love that because I am a different person every time I move
Hmm. Hmm.
because I've upgraded, I have gotten closer to who who I truly am, my
Yeah.
authentic self.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you feel like you've become more of your authentic self. So who is Kelly's authentic self? Who are you?
I'm loving, caring, passionate, can be a little bitch sometimes.
We can have a little spicy. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm definitely spicy. I'm adventurous. I'm spontaneous.
Yes, you are.
I've always been
Hmm.
spontaneous. Um, very giving.
So how has the last 63 years enabled you to become that, to become more your authentic self? What do you think?
I think it's been a lot of trials and tribulations. A lot.
Dang it. Sometimes I
Yes.
don't like them and I'm kind of tired of them.
Well,
You
and
know,
if you didn't have them, you wouldn't know the difference.
true.
Okay? There's been a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss, a lot of going down the wrong path. There's been a lot of an amazing things that have happened that have come into it. It's almost like when it rains and then after the rain you see a rainbow
Hmm.
and you're like, "Oh, look at that." And the other day, I have some friends that live in Hawaii, and they said this rainbow was literally in the sky all day, and it was a double rainbow, and it was a full
Wow.
rainbow.
That's beautiful.
And I know you used to live there, so I don't know
Hmm.
whether you ever
Hmm.
experienced that or
Oh
not.
yeah. Oh yeah. Not all day, but
Right.
definitely
But it was
rainbows every
there
day.
from the moment that it stopped raining, it was like it rained behind the rainbow, so it kept it in
Wow.
its space, and it was stunning.
Mm.
And I thought, okay, if it's raining behind the rainbow, then it has to have that contrast
Hmm.
in order to be bright enough.
Hmm.
So I feel like we come across to people as the light that we really don't even know that we're shining as.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. Because some people will say, oh my gosh, you emanate like a light that I just, you walk into a room and blah, 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 and I'm just like, well, okay. I'm just walking in. And then I think it's all the work and all the clearing and all the forgiving and all the gratitude that has caused me to wake up to be where I am.
Love that. Okay, so thinking of the next 10 years, you'll not have a magical birthday like that again, but in 10 years, it'll have another three after it. What do you want to see? What do you
You're
want
so
to see?
funny. I want to see women that are out getting what they want, doing what they love, and literally manifesting so quick that they just can't even believe it,
Hmm.
and clearing themselves of the past contrast that has caused them to become the wise woman that they are. And it doesn't matter whether you're 20, whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Everyone has been through something. If I have started this when I was 20, woo, Mother
Yeah.
Teresa, you got something coming here.
Providing that 20-year-old Kelly would have listened.
Oh, yeah, no. That 20-year-old
Maybe
old
not.
Kelly would have
Yeah.
never listened.
Yeah.
Ever, 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 ever.
Mid 20, late 20, early
Yeah,
30, that Kelly, different story.
40.
Ah, okay.
40 is where I started changing. And I believe that it was like perimenopause,
Mm,
that moment, because it was the deciding factor. Am I having kids? Am I not having kids?
ah,
And I decided not to have kids.
mm-hmm,
And it was huge for me, huge. That was probably one of the biggest shifts
mm-hmm,
in my life,
mm-hmm.
is knowing that I would never have a child.
Yeah. And sitting with it, coming to
Hmm.
terms with it, and being okay with it, and knowing that you don't have any less
Yeah.
value.
And I really was not okay with it until I was about 58.
Really?
Hmm. Because it's what I always wanted. It's what I dreamed of.
Mm-hmm.
It is what I dreamed of. And it shifted my relationship with my parents,
Mm-hmm.
shifted my relationship with my sister. It shifted my relationship in my family unit because I did not have a baby for them to Google over. I didn't have a grandbaby. I It was just me.
Right.
Do they fit, and they went back and forth. Do they feel sorry for me? Or do they say, oh my gosh, we love you just as you are?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, I love me just
Right.
as I am.
Yeah.
And then went from there.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, a lot of women in our same situation can identify with that. Whether we've had children and they're gone, or in my sense, I have been married twice.
Mm.
And that was definitely a hard situation to identify with in my own family unit. And you're right. It's my parents, even today, are still hoping for me to get remarried, hoping that somebody will come along. I sure hope, Heather. I just, are you out there dating? Are you this? Are you that? It's hard for them to realize that I'm okay single. because it's not the norm of what we should be doing in a family.
Right.
It's really interesting how our dynamics have changed in the last, gosh, well, you 63 years, but me 55 years, and getting to the place where we are okay with it. And you know what? When we're okay with it, really, truly, we have a better opportunity to allow them to be okay with it. Because that's where you've gotten when you were there 6 years ago. Like you really are okay. You would have preferred, you would have loved children. You would have been a great mom. You're a great auntie. And it didn't happen. You made a decision, and you're okay with it.
Hmm. Because I am about to create
Yeah,
the most amazing masterminding group for women that you have ever seen.
absolutely. It's your new baby.
That's it. That's my new baby that's
Yeah,
being born.
that's right. Okay, so last little bit, advice. What would your number one advice be for somebody who's coming up behind, maybe somebody who's younger than we are? One bit of advice to
Just
move,
count to 10.
listen and count to 10. I don't know, 10's a long time.
Yes, it is.
That's a
Yes, it
long
is.
time.
Yes, it
When I'm
is.
staring at the person that I'm about to strangle and I'm just having
Hmm.
to count to 10 as they look
That's
at me.
right. That's right. Because in that amount of time, you can dissolve whatever you're thinking and start fresh.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you spent your birthday with us. Now
My
you
magical
can,
birthday, and it is, it's going to
yes,
be just, it's still magical.
yes. I know you have
Still
plans with your honey.
magical. Yes, we're going to go have a really nice dinner and hang out and then probably to bed early and up
I
early
know.
tomorrow.
I know. That's part of life. Birthdays during the week.
Mm,
For sure.
absolutely. Absolutely. So just remember we have a mastermind for women September 12th, 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It's in the Mid Cities area. And if you want to join us, please DM us or go to our website.
Yep.
Everything is posted there. You can sign up right there. We would love to have you. Love to have you because we are creating the masterminds of the future.
That's right. It's the reason they're called Dream Circle.
That's right.
Mm.
That is right. So thank you so much for joining me on my magical birthday. And I hope you have a great week and we will see you soon.